Creativity is the fundamental essence of life. It is also believed to be the highest demonstration of the divine essence. On this episode, we engage with an African who runs an academy that trains people on how to turn their creative passion into profit. Welcome, Foluke Akifemwa, founder CEO, Mafam Creative Skills Training Academy. Now, you have been an entrepreneur for some years now.
That's true.
Before we go into discussion of your business, tell us what your experience has been like as an entrepreneur.
Outstanding, I can say.
That's strange. Many people will tell you it's been hard and challenging.
I wouldn't want to discourage anybody, and even myself more. So let me just say outstanding, because you build on your experience, you learn more, you persevere, and it comes out. Eventually, you will know that it's beautiful, because that's what your eyes can capture for whatever or wherever you're going. Beautiful. Wow. Yes.
I really like the angle from which it came from. It's fresh, it's refreshing, I must say.
Thank
you. Outstanding experience you have had as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Break it down for us. There must have been positive times, negative times, challenging times.
That's true.
Successful times.
That's true.
Exciting times.
Okay.
Because that's the mix that my own experience has been as an entrepreneur.
You're right. Outstanding, that means I'm still standing. I'm out there and I'm still standing. So maybe that's my outstanding. But experience, you start with a dream.
Yeah.
Then the dream, you wake up to reality and find out that it's not really how it should be. Yes, because you get discouraged. Then don't go to the dream killers, because that's even the worst. Go to people that believe in your dream, and that will encourage you. Wow. Better than discourage, the discouragement, because the discouragement is like huge load, bag. So you come across maybe the money issue, you're not getting enough funding, you're not getting maybe structures correctly, you're not even getting patronage. So those are, I can't go into everything, but I tell you, every entrepreneur must have similar experience. It's just that we're all different, and our experience will definitely be different. So mine started with, not even the believing. You have to believe in yourself first, so you don't make that mistake. Yes. Then people will see the passion. People will see what angle, your passion is driving you towards. And success will have a lot of range. So you have to really understand what success to is.
So believe in yourself. Have a very clear purpose.
Yeah, purpose.
Be conscious of your association.
Yes.
Stay away from negative people.
So true.
And take care of your mind.
Your mind, yes, it's very important.
So those 5 qualities you've told us now are the things that have kept you
outstanding, the outstanding picture.
They are the things that have led you to the outstanding picture you have painted
out there
for us.
Yes.
Wow. I think one of these days we'll still bring you back on the program to give us the motivational side of things, because the mind of the entrepreneur is the most important resource that an entrepreneur needs. But let's go into the business. Mafam Creative Skills Academy.
Yes.
What is it about?
Skills Academy, that's where you can train to be an entrepreneur.
Training people about different skills and
crafts, skills.
And how you can sell those crafts.
Yes.
How will you describe your business model?
The best I can say is bringing out the best in you, the greatness in you, and knowing that there's value to skills. That's our major focus at Mafam Skills Academy.
At Mafam, you want to bring out the creative spurts in the individual by helping it to flourish, facilitating the skill acquisition and advancement. How do you go about that?
First, you register.
Yeah.
That's the first. At least know what you can do. Know that there's no one that is wasted. There's no one that is without a gift or talent.
Yeah, agreed. Everybody has something deposited in them.
Yes.
But most of us do not know those things.
No, we don't.
So how do I recognize what I have in me? Before I can come to register, I must have a conviction.
We have a template. We put in the advert. We let people know that we can train you with this. But we are not even restricted to only what we advertise.
Okay.
When you come in, and we have a psychologist. people don't know that we need that in our economy too. Someone to psych you, someone to make you believe in yourself. When someone comes, an individual comes, I remember a lady coming, sorry, I have to tell you just a bit of this. And she was like, I want to start selling, I want to start doing something like cream, like so. I looked at her face. I said, you have to work on a lot of things first. If people don't see what you can do with yourself, you won't go so far. So I told her and I explained to her what she can start doing with herself before she starts the skills. So when you come,
buy you before they buy your product.
Yes. So when you come to Mafam Creative Skills Academy, it's what you should be doing, even as, because some don't understand. Well, I want to be a cook, I want to be a caterer, I want to be a laundry, I want to be they list a lot of things. You have everything here. We say yes, but this is where you should be. So we are like a guide also. That's what makes us even.
So you have different experts in mind articulation.
Yes. So
who will help.
That's
who will help your patrons to first identify their strengths and also help to channel those strengths by working on their minds, like mind counselors, coach, trainers, and what have you.
That's it.
All right. If I come into your organization and I register to be trained in skill acquisition, what are the area of skill sets that are on parade?
Okay,
that I will need to pick from.
Okay.
I know about bead making.
Yes, the catering, the fashion. We won't say bead alone, fashion, because there are a lot of things to be done on that. Okay. So we are not going to. Then we have the shoe, the bag. We have the soap making. We have other soap making. You can have the perfume. You can have the spray, things like that. Then the clothing aspect, that's the fashion. Then we have the catering. Then the plating. In catering, we have plating. We have management. We have protocol. We have ushering. Like that, we have courses like that all day. Then we have the management. Then you have the one you train people also to manage whatever you're doing, the business management aspect. With the theory, a little bit of theory, to just let you remember that you are in for business. After the passion, after the creativity, you need to go somewhere with your dream. Then we invite even financial partners to talk to them also.
Financial partners?
Yes, to talk to them also.
Wow.
So that they can guide them, because along the line, some can still get, not loan now, we're not talking loan, we're talking a support system.
Financial support system
is still available, can still be available to people, but you have to understand it before you can even access it.
You strike me as a unique training organization.
Thank you.
Because you seem to be working with a consortium of experts from different backgrounds. You just talked now about you having psychologists that work with your patrons. You've also talked about having financial advisors who will help to advise your patrons. And another unique thing that I'm drawing from your introduction now is that you don't just train people on skill acquisition in all of these areas that you've mentioned. You also train them on the business side of things.
That's true.
So that they understand that it's not about hobby, it's about business, and business is about selling. Yes. So if I was to come in to train as a caterer, for instance, what would the training curriculum look like? Okay. I know that I will be made to interface with psychologists, coaches, counselors. I do know also from what you have said that I will be made to interface with financial advisors and business management experts. What are the other things that will be on the curriculum? Okay,
for a caterer, catering is very wide. Okay. Catering, we have the baking, we have the continental, we're going to break it down for you.
Okay.
You can't even exhaust catering. That's the truth.
I agree.
That's the truth. So we narrow it down to some things, like the plating, like the baking, even the baking you choose from, like the drinks, the bar drinks, the cocktail, the mocktail, the juice, the smoothies, it's a lot, the ice cream, the sundae. So you can't, someone will lie to you.
You can't afford to be a master of all.
So it's more like it's your own creativity that will spur you to go deeper into other aspects. Be wise, be smart. When you are taught how to make pap, know how to make akara yourself, even if you are not taught. because pap will go, akara will go with pap.
Yeah.
So learn how to make akara yourself or moi moi. Let me be more like practical.
Yeah.
So you can't be taught everything.
At the creative school.
It's not possible. No one can teach you everything. Knowledge is vast. But once we have that pattern for you, then you can keep coming for more. We Oliver, to keep coming for more. Yes.
But on the average,
Yes,
what's the duration of your training program?
There's a quick one because some people, we have to identify with people's mind and what is happening in their lives.
Okay.
So there's a quick one, people that want to just do on the spot and they're
fast
gone like,
track.
yes, fast track, very good, nice one. So those one you can have like 3 days, just like within a week, and they're gone. There's
And
some,
it will be sufficient?
of course,
Okay.
they will, because we're not going to hide things now. We're going to tell you this is what you can learn for these 3 days or 1 week. So the courses that we know project a fast assimilation and practical example. When they tell you want to make soap, what is it again that you want to learn from soap when you can learn it 3 days? What is it? If not your creativity that you can mix the whole perfume, mix anything on your own and even
And
be
the shape and
yes. But if you learn it there and there, you can only improve based on your own idea and creativity. So an innovation, technology, that's what can make you now different. But they're basic, they're straightforward, and they're done. So we have the 3 months. Then we made it even easier. People can come weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Yes.
So you can have some weekend programs?
Yes, weekend programs because people are going to work. Then we have the children, the young youths, remember? So they can come weekends
Young
because
youths,
they can't, yes, because they can't come during the school hours. So they can come Saturdays and maybe Sundays, but we actually Saturday is good enough for them. So it's going to be like their son, we call it skillfully fun. That's what we call it, skillfully fun. Yes,
skillfully fun.
Yes, that's what we say.
So it's like
For the
my
young youths.
normal weekend soiree or lounge. I just come to the academy and I'm having fun.
Yes.
At the same time, I'm learning.
You're learning,
and I'm
yes.
networking.
Yes,
making friends.
Yes, making friends.
Fantastic.
That's it. Yes.
So what it means, again, I'm extrapolating.
Yes.
What it means is that if I were to do a 3-day cash program,
Okay.
if you were to take me on a similar course over the weekend, that means I'll be doing it over a month or something.
Yes,
That means 4 weekends. Or
yes,
thereabouts.
we want to be practical and we want to. I always tell people that you must understand what you're doing here.
Coming up,
What are the other strategies that you adopt to source for business, patronage? Tell us about some of the events you've had in the past.
Oh, wonderful events. I think that's something you can't just take away from MAFAM. We started with event with Udra Investment. We did some collaboration, some partnership, Bank of Industry, Airtel. We bring in a lot of, because of our model, just like I said, we believe in the young youth and starting smart with them. Going to schools. So we started calling onto all the school
Secondary
owners.
or primary or nursery?
From primary.
Okay, so we're looking at
Yes,
7, 8, 9.
Eight.
Years.
In fact, before 8, in Finland they said 5 years, a child can learn 8 languages conveniently. Research have proven it. Over years that a child of 5 can learn 8 languages without being confused if you teach that child well. So we're saying from that primary, we're going into schools. So the event took us to a lot of schools, both private and public schools. We went to a lot of, even British Council came, someone represented them, from Lagos, came for our exhibition. Yeah, so the event was Premier Hotel. We had one there, very big one. A lot of people came, exhibition, like, a lot of people here in Ibadan. We called in everybody, churches, mosques, everybody that have the young youth, quickly tell them about, life, the reality of life. Yes, because production is reality of life.
Production is the
reality of life. Yes, not the consumption. Production stands the test of time and let you get into. So we started that. Then we had another one at Civic Center, like that, with people coming in, different, people. So a lot.
A lot of training.
Training have happened.
And you hold exhibitions.
Yes,
that's one of the platforms that
because people have to see, not even only to sell, to identify the synergy got to be there between people that, some people are in Ibadan, they don't know they can get just a little bit of thing, and they will now go to Lagos. I say, look,
Or
be
Dubai.
very careful. Yes, don't even go to Lagos or Dubai. Oh, you know how it is. You can get everything here in Ibadan. Don't worry, we are here. Just give us a call. We have, and what we want to do is a catalog again of people that are entrepreneurs in Ibadan here. I think it's going to work, and then apps for it. We're getting there. The innovation, the technology is getting there, where you can call my family and we tell you, you want something, okay, you can get this. That's what, okay, Jumia is doing live by sales. Jumia and everything, they're doing that by sales. So even not sales now, you can do that by skills.
Skills.
Yes, you can do skills by these apps and say, where can I go to? We had a CD and we did a CD documentary, and what we did, went to most training institute here in Ibadan, and we just put that, collated it and put it together. So you have options. Yes.
I'm really salivating because
Thank you.
if you're an organization, you seem to have multiple products being churned out. You're facilitating competencies, you're facilitating human resource development. At the same time, you're producing products. And what it means is that you're going to have an array of products being churned out of your effort from time to time. Please send us an invite at your next exhibition. We'd like to attend.
That would be awesome.
All right.
Awesome. We'll do
Now,
that.
how do you source for business? Because, yeah, you're trying to do a noble thing by helping the society to facilitate its human resource potential and also develop the human resource potential of the society. But at the same time, for you to sustain the vision and for you to expand the vision, you need to sell.
That's true.
So what are your strategies for sourcing for business?
Okay, thank you.
Do you cold call or write
Yes, we have
proposals?
platforms
Okay.
where you can, that is good now we have the WhatsApp, you can like join in people networking and say I have this product, you join in 10, we bring in
Social
100.
media?
Yeah, social media is still relevant, very relevant, you know, the networking, you can't knock on everybody's door now, you know, and that's where the mobile is. You send messages, 10 will send to 20, 20 will send to 100, and they're asking you, calling you. The media is still very
I
in place.
totally agree.
Very much in place. Then over the years, through exhibition, people write their numbers, their contacts and everything down, attendance. We keep checking on them, messages, bulk messages, it's
Follow up.
available, yes, follow. Then we walk into big malls, supermarkets, good place, food court. They're my people there, you know, yes.
You mention brands,
Brands.
I send you an invite.
Yes, you know.
So don't mention brand
No,
names, so
okay.
you don't get
Yes,
sent an
yes,
invite.
exactly. So
But
see-
you identified big supermarkets.
yes, big
and malls
supermarkets, yes, and
where you
malls.
can push this product.
Yes, you can put in products into, and you know the way they open their doors are different.
Yeah.
They are different. Some will make you sweat it, some will make it like easy. Just don't worry. Then you can even sell yourself if you have a place. That's why everybody wants to make their own supermarkets, because some might not open the door for you. That's why I said there are some that are very unique. Some might not open their own doors, so go and get your own door. If they don't open the door,
Create your door.
Yes, create your own door.
That might be expensive
So true.
for a startup.
So true. I have to tell you.
So
yes.
a good strategy will be keep banging on that
Keep
door.
banging on that door.
until
Keep
it-
using
until it
exactly.
opens. If it doesn't open, you break it
try
open.
or you try another door.
Or you try,
because
and there are
always
several doors.
Several doors. Yes.
So when somebody says no, you say next.
Yes, you say next door. You have your list. You say like before, at least before I walk down all these doors, I'll get my own. So it's good.
And like I always tell people, if you have your list,
Yes.
like you have said,
Yes.
and you start knocking on those doors, if you walk down all the doors and you're not getting, you start all over.
All over again, because they might change their mind or they might have forgotten your face.
Usually people will change their mind.
Then they'll go like,
And sometimes you may need to knock on some doors so hard that you become a nuisance, and they open it partially.
yes.
And that may be all you need if you're
All you
good
need.
and you know what you're doing. So how else do you source for business? I mean, I can relate to you holding exhibitions. I can relate to the social media thing. In fact, that's the most potent platform by which one can sell anything these days.
You're right.
Everybody, not everybody, but most people are there on social media, different platforms. It's just for you to have a strategy and a persistence for, walking the highways on the social media to get to the doorstep of your target customers. I can also relate to you embedding yourself within large supermarkets, because the strategy works because there's already an existing traffic.
Yes.
People going to get their groceries, people just taking a walk
Yes,
around
yes.
or window shopping.
That's true.
The traffic already exists in those big malls
You're
and
right, you're right.
supermarkets, and if you get a corner for yourself and you know what you're doing and you're doing something good, fantastic. Perhaps you're on to striking your oil rig, as it were. I can relate to those three, but what are the other sources of revenue generation? What are the other strategies that you adopt to source for business, patronage?
Apart from you make your advert, if you can pay the advert to it, it's good enough. But your community too plays a lot of role. Maybe let them know that you're existing. Yes, we should patronize each other first before we even say the next neighbor. Do you have
That's
something?
what the Jews do.
Yes,
They make sure their money circulates within the Jewish community.
Yes.
And the Jewish community is not a physical location.
No.
As they are scattered around the world, they patronize one another.
Yes.
So
That's
your community.
loyalty towards themselves. It's very important.
What else?
So you gain the trust, the loyalty, and that's basically then.
And let me also throw in, you should advertise on a program like this.
Yeah, that's a good one, honestly.
Because we already have an existing viewership that is huge in the millions.
Advert is
so
very
you
important.
advertise on a program
Yes,
like this.
yes.
Of course, you're already creating a pathway for your target customers
That's
to your
true.
doorstep.
That's true, because someone is listening right now. Thousands are listening. Yes, that's how it is.
How would you describe your target customer? What's the profile of your core target customer?
When it comes to the training institute, is the young youths. And
That's the core target.
Yes, the young youths, and we are
from age
yes,
8 till about 23.
Yes, and we are also seeing the women. The women, because the women are the ones that we say when they've learned or when they're doing something right and they're seeing productivity also going on and on, then they will say, my child too must be good at this too.
Train a woman, you train a nation.
Yes, so that's just how it is, and the passion is always there. Trust women. They have all the passion you can. When they see something they want to do and they're like, they will do all that they can to make sure that
women have a single-minded focus when they want to pursue something.
So and they're the ones that we encourage the young youths we're talking about too. So if they understand what we are doing, then they can also release their children and also even encourage them. We've seen that happen with us when their parents. I have a friend, she's a caterer, but she sent her daughter to my academy.
Well, the people who attend I learned that you had an event at the Civic Center.
Yes, please.
Just around the government house there.
Yes, some years back.
Where you had over 1,000 participants in attendance. That's one huge resource for a customer base archive. So the question I want to ask you now is, what's your customer retention strategy? You don't want people to just come in and take a course or training and go away. Repeat purchase is the soul of sustainable business. So if you want your business to be sustained and to expand, you need to encourage your customers to come back and bring people when they're coming back. So do you have a strategy for achieving that?
Yes, we should, because that's how continuity, just like you rightly said, that's where the networking and the synergy is. Like a friend of mine, I don't know, maybe names and everything, just like I want to be conscious of that.
As long as it's not a brand name.
No, it's not a brand name. Tino Smith. She's having a fashion week and she's a very good friend of mine. And today I just saw her logo, the event she's doing, and I went like, I have to be on your own event because we do fashion. So we have cosmetics, products and everything, and hair, women, accessories, everything. We have that in place to check. So I just saw she's doing that, and I went like, I'll be at your own event. So there's a synergy and network. When you come for mine, I come for you. Invite me for yours too. It's a pulley. So when we keep seeing each other's faces, we are at each other's faces. And let me tell you, Ibadan is a very small place too. It's not as large as we think that maybe it's not. So when you keep being at each other's faces, each other's event, this one will know this one will is a network. Oh, I want this, we want that. It's almost like you are doing the same thing, over and over with different, now maybe different ways.
So the oil of the wheel.
Yes, keeps going round
and
round. Make yourself relevant in one way or the other, getting to know what is happening in town at the right time, and you make sure you push.
And knowing who is involved.
Yes, who is involved, and that's where, and that's where the network, and you must always take attendance, you must always do your follow-up, you must always call people and check one way or the other. The social media is easier because you can have the Facebook saying what is happening in live in town, the next event. I have a lot of people that, even if you don't see every day, every week, perhaps everybody's busy in their own jurisdiction, but once they have events coming up, it pops up. So you are always there, you are always available. Then you keep telling people new product in town, they get involved, you can still sell, and that's it. Yes.
We'll take a short break now, and when we return, we'll continue with the engagement with Foluke Akinfenwa.
Thank you.
Coming up.
But there is something you call a range. You don't go too low and you don't go too high. You fall in between and study who is coming for your training. So there's an average price which you can now be flexible. Some people can actually come. Body language is different with some customers. Some customers can come. If you make it cheap, they go like, So when you get that body language, no, it can't come.
Before we took the break, we were talking about customer retention strategy. Has it all been a story of positivity for your customers? Haven't you ever had a customer who wants his money back?
Absolutely never. It has never happened, money back, but maybe there can be like additional request.
Oh, really?
Yes, let me put it that way.
So they enjoy your training so much that they ask for more.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Or maybe additional requests, they might go like, what we trained about, we still want this to be done.
Okay, want to explore more.
Yes, explore more. Maybe can't you add this? When you train people, don't think you have all the knowledge too. As even a training, yes. If someone can come up and say, what you trained us, we saw something done maybe differently. Can you add this? They use your discretion and say, oh, if only I knew. I never knew you were this. You twist it around for like a positive conversation.
Yeah.
You don't go like, how dare you ask me that I don't know what I don't. No. So you make it a supple thing and say, okay, if that's what you want, we can still get you more. We can still do more. We can even in product or services, when you exchange product services, some people can have maybe a little bit of question, not total outright no, or maybe it's not good product or something, but there might be something else that you need to add for quality or for even making it better.
So your strategy for handling dissatisfied customer wherever and whenever they occur is to first empathize, and then figure out how you can expand on their concerns in a positive way. Fantastic.
Yes,
you're also using what NLP coaches use, psychologists.
Yes, that's what we do. And wisdom. You have to use wisdom. Yes.
And how else do you handle complaints from customers?
You keep writing to affirm that they're loyal customers, and you believe you see. Just like you said, empathize. But beyond that, you have to know why they are not feeling satisfied. Maybe it's a pressure somewhere, because it might be an external pressure. Most times we've discovered it's an external pressure. Maybe someone said they did it somewhere somehow, and we too want the same or something. Then you let them know things can be done in another way.
So you need to first establish why they are dissatisfied.
Yes, you have to. It's important.
And once you're able to diagnose correctly, then you can now
you grow with that. Next time you won't make such mistake again. Maybe use them as like a survey now.
So you listen to
you
listen to your customers.
Yes, most times they are right. Don't think they are not. Some might be funny. We have some customers that are funny. You won't say they are crazy. They're funny. So at times you just have to see what's happening. You have to be able to differentiate the funny ones and the serious ones.
And the serious ones.
Yes.
Related to that is we're still talking about selling and handling customers and helping customers to remain loyal.
Yes.
Okay, to your establishment and your products. How do you, because this is a thing of serious concern to many entrepreneurs, how do you fix your price for the training and for the numerous products that you sell as a result of your training effort?
Okay. Over time.
What's your strategy for fixing your prices?
Okay. Through times we found out that everybody's business is different. Don't ever say I want to be like A, I want to be like B. How they started is different, how they got their customers are different, but there is something you call a range. You don't go too low and you don't go too high. You fall in between and study who is coming for your training. So there's an average price which you can now be flexible. Some people can actually come, body language is different with some customers. Some customers can come, if you make it cheap, they go like, so when you get that body language, no, it can't cook. So you play on, psychologists, it's good. You play on their own intelligence or that transaction too, and you put that price the way the person wants, and you go, okay, and you're done, There's some come, you just instantly feel the passion of learning in them, but without being able to pay.
You can't afford.
They can't afford it. And rather turn back on that one, what really costs you? You've got the knowledge already. So you're not totally selling. They can't take all your knowledge from you. You've got it already. The only thing that you try to balance is the cost of maybe production of what you're going to source for them. Because there are materials to be used.
Cost of production.
Yes, cost of production. There are materials to be used. So when you can spread the cost around others too at times and say, there's this time, okay, let me give you one instance. When we went to train during the holidays at a school, yes, the boot camp, that's a perfect one. So the ladies the children were all over me and everything. So but we have not registered, we've not paid, we've not done. You see the very passionate one, compassion. Then you see the ones that are like, they're even using their phone by the side. You go like, this was not serious. Then you see some, they didn't pay for the program, but they're the one even teaching. The ones that are there that paid for the program, that helping them, and I told them, come along, you can learn even if you don't pay for it. Then I brought that extra materials, I started giving them use also. They were excited. The next time, you won't believe, some of them that did not register for it came because they want to be fully part of the whole training. So at times you have to be compassionate, or you have to study the people that are coming for your program, that them. But there are some you just have to put tag on most of, at times.
And your net won't always catch all the fish in the river anyway.
Yes. So that's...
So you're largely flexible. And negotiation too at times can work. Okay. You can't, everybody's strategy, like I told you, is different. Some will come and tell you, we don't have the money immediately, let's pay in instrumental and everything. You can't say an outright no. That's why I'm saying, when you study the ones that are serious and want to learn, you just have to be there for. So you're like maybe a funding support to in an indirect way to some of them too. Yeah. Yes, that's where they find the solace and say, look, this is heaven for us. This, we had nowhere to go, and we're learning, and so we're good to go. So that's for the training services.
Yes.
What about the products?
Okay, for the product.
What's the pricing strategy for the product?
Product is like, when it's product, you see that I'm smiling already. Product is money tagged most times. It's market competition. Most times, don't come and beg for any product. When it comes to product, that's already mostly standard. Even your bargaining power is not always at a loss. So we already know that. You won't sell any
because
product.
There's cost of production.
Yes, cost of production.
Anyway, there's only a benchmark.
Yes, a benchmark.
What you sell is luxury.
Yes.
Accessories.
Yes.
And there are some customers that if you offer them a low price, they will think it's inferior.
Yes, even in food production. Even in food production, there are some people you go like, don't go for the very low something. I know market, I know what people can source for you. You better don't. So don't go for the too low at times. stay in the safe zone.
And I bet this aphorism, this business aphorism that you just projected for us, are some of the things you teach your trainees.
Yes.
How to fix their prices,
Yes,
how
you
to
have to.
charge for their
Yes,
services,
yes.
the strategies and the way to charge for their services.
Yes.
Let's look at your accounting system.
Okay.
What would you tell a trainee about how to handle their cash flow?
First thing is you have to be very, very true to yourself when it comes to accounting. Don't take more than you can bear. If you know you can't do your accounting, hire someone. If it's becoming large, then don't be a stingy person too.
Okay.
When I say stingy is don't be like, what did you do with the money? What did you do? Let people know that it's an open check in this place when you're doing your account.
Yeah.
So everybody is accountable to whatever, because there are some people that waste when you're doing training. Yes, it can be wasted. People can waste for you. Then you'll be able to like account for all the things that you're doing. But over years, don't be too stingy to, okay, because we have different courses. When I said if there's a catering school and you're teaching people, every tomato must be accounted for. Tell Maggie, did you take one from, when you're doing that, it affects the psyche of some people. They waste for you instead. But when you let them know, look, you don't waste.
So managing
everything.
your cash flow comes from even managing your cost of production.
Yes, cost of production. When they do that, they make it easy for you. You can always say, I used this. This is what I can use every month and everything. And you pray you have good people working under you too in all this. So if you can't do it yourself, hire someone also.
Wow,
eventually.
I've been so educated about running a business enterprise in contemporary times. But I'm interested in your persona as an individual, because you cannot separate the personality, the mindset, and the temperament, as well as the outlook of an entrepreneur from their business journey. What is it about your background, if you have been able to identify, please tell us if you can. What is it about your background that has prepared you for the success you have enjoyed in entrepreneurship now?
I like the word success that you ended with. My father used to call me fully success.
Really?
Yes, that's what he used to call me when I was growing up.
Full success.
Success, yes. So I think that's really like I'm a success story. Not that you
whatever
have
his reasons were,
yes,
it was actually preparing your spirit and your psyche.
So true. So true. That's why the environment a child finds themselves in, or people you mix with, like we started, the people you mix up really matters. If someone calls you this, don't let it be like you have to like be better than other. So I started with a father that believed in me so well. Yes, I went to ABU Zaria. I had BSc, business admin.
Really?
Yes, and
was that deliberate?
Yes, it was.
Business admin
it was a free check my father gave me. He never restricted me and said you have to be this, you have to be that.
I really find it intriguing and quite exciting also that while you were growing up in this environment and your mom was just going about her own business, her own life.
Yes, that's the word, our own life.
And your dad was doing his own thing.
Yes.
All of these things were building and programming your spirit for adulthood.
Yes.
And you were just doing your own thing, having fun.
Yes.
Following your passion.
Yes.
And you didn't know that you were being constructed for the entrepreneurial life that you lead now.
Yes.
I think it's a lesson that some of our parents can take home out there. It's also a lesson for some of our young people who are still coming up and growing up. But most importantly, it's a direction that the society can begin to go. All of us can't be employed.
No.
But most of us can be creative people. Most of us can turn our passion into profit.
Yes.
Most of us can also be employers of labor, as it were. Tell us, what are the other ethos that you think prepared you for who you are today, entrepreneurially? I know you studied business administration.
Yes.
So that must also have expanded your business acumen in terms of your capacity for doing business.
Okay.
You're a communicator, which is very critical to success in business today. I also know, I mean, I've seen you a couple of times that your style in terms of grooming and fashion, it's it's the stuff that textbooks are made of.
That's a good one.
How do you acquire that?
You see the way I'm laughing when you just said that. I'm a very happy person.
Oh, really?
Positive energy is very important.
Have you always been like that?
I've always been like that. I can even say I stepped down even maybe a bit. I'm a very, very happy person. When I say happy, you persevere when you're happy. It's not as if it's all good.
Yeah.
I remember like Ibukwa Wishika, she's my mentor. She comes to our church, she gave us tips and everything, told us our life story. It's not always like the flashy and you get it on a platter for everybody. But when you see them all buoyant, no, there's something beyond that smile that made them like who they are and they're still looking this way. Even Follow Shalakija, when she came to Ibadan here, I made sure I went for her program because those are my mentors. Those are people I hold dear.
Your role models.
Yes, as role models. What's making them like when they have a picture perfect? I love her pictures on Facebook. I'm like following her every day. One time they sent me a feed and said I'm one of the best, followers and everything like that. For when I see that, I like fashion. I do fashion. I live fashion. I want to be elegant. No matter how old I told my children or people that when I'm 80, I still want to wear my coco shoe. That's high heels, like that. I want to be happy. And the energy is really, really good when you are positive.
Wow.
Honestly, it's good.
I want
That's
to.
it.
Coming up.
Blame anybody now. It won't work with it won't work in tears, it won't work in murmuring, it won't work in negative condemnation. No. It's got to be a positive energy all the way. If you walk right with people that believe in you, someone believes it, they won't kill your dream. They will encourage you. You have to encourage yourself. You have to keep going. You have to diversify at times. Don't believe it just in one. Yes, don't believe in just one dream and one. Like,
I want to talk more about you, but this program is about business. So let's maybe we'll do that over a cup of coffee.
Next time, yeah. Like coffee with Karen. Did you watch that? Yes, I like it. Coffee with Karen. Yeah, that will be good.
It'll be good. Yeah. What are your memorable projects?
Project as an exhibition now.
Yes.
When
Events.
Events good, but when I could go to even...
Which one would you say is your most memorable event?
The one with the schools, it was really nice. Then the one with Premier, yes, especially don't say the flashy and the, very big good schools again. When you even go to public schools, it's your heart will be like, this is what you should be doing. I should even do more.
Okay.
Like an experience, I was driving my kids to school many years ago, and I think it was through the end of the day, and I saw this young public school student. They were doing like this, trying to imitate these people playing this table tennis by the road. Funny enough, I played very good table tennis. I was a sport prefect in my secondary school. All racket games, I'm good. One of these days, we want table tennis, we'll do table tennis competition, maybe anywhere. Yeah, I love that. And I saw these children, they were doing like this, and I looked at them for minutes. I wish I took the clips because I do that in many of my feeds, and I go like, do they even have this in their schools? This way I'm going. If only we start young. We have this table, just a table for them. Yeah. They will be very good before they go. You don't have to start looking for Olympics, nobody to represent Nigeria. Because they have to start young. They start 5 in China and Japan, and you see them on the table like as if they are winged.
So this for you is the most memorable part.
Yes, part of when the students, when all the schools came and I saw, laughter.
See the way they pour out their heart.
Yes, their heart. They even did a cooking competition and everything. That was the one we did with UI, the CEI. I saw the youths, a lot of them, they couldn't, even if there's no space, they could even sit on the floor and watch this. It's so when you see it happy, they say that yes, someone needs something like this and you made it happen. It's good when you see something like that.
You strike me as someone who has a burden for helping people to flourish.
Yes, seeing
and what you have done is to convert that burden into a business activity, which is adding value to society now, and also adding value to your bank account, I must say.
Yes.
Fantastic one. which project are you on right now?
That will be Start Smart.
That will be Start Smart.
Yes, that will be Start Smart.
And that I also gathered is more like an NGO thing.
It's
The CSR thing.
yes, not only CSR, but it's going to be more like, you see, when you have the Red Cross, the Boys Brigade and everything, we want Start Smart to be in every school. Will be every child can participate.
Like a club.
Yes, like a club, like a place where children will understand their dreams. Then it's now linked to Archives of Achievers. Archives of Achievers are where people that have gone through entrepreneurship, the mentors, the big people, the Ibukwa Wishika, the Foloshalake, the Dangote, all those people, we're bringing them, the Elumelu, we're going to write to them very soon. Those are the people that we want our young ones to eliminate. No, every time Bill Gates. We have not seen Bill Gates. You might never see Bill Gates. Good, he did. Yes, good, he did well for his own economy. How about the people doing well in this economy?
Yeah.
Let them make impact in your own life directly also. Hold them accountable.
Yeah.
That you've seen them as a mentor. You've seen them do good and great things. Let them be more involved in your life, and even your own. You'll be like, that's what I want to be. Maybe
So the Start Smart
Start
is
Smart
your
program, yes.
present
yes.
project
Yes.
that you're most
Yes,
passionate about.
yes,
You're
for
passionate
now.
about
We're
many
going
things,
into schools.
but
Yes,
you're most
but Start
passionate
Smart now.
about that.
Yes.
And it's like a club.
Yes, when
that
we
you're
get that
setting up.
right, more people will even come to train with us, but then we can train even in their school. They can't come to the academy. It's not big enough. It's a small place too. So we can go out now. There can be an out training.
Okay.
Yes.
So the CSR is also going to serve the dual purpose of being a platform
Yes.
where you can conduct your training activities
Yes, please.
formally and informally.
Yes, please.
Before we let you go, because startup capital has been an obstacle
Oh, yes.
for a lot of people. Say, oh, I have ideas, oh, I have a passion, I have this, but I don't have money to start this vision. Did you inherit a huge bundle of cash to take off?
I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish there was. Okay, now when
But you had a huge chunk of savings to start
no,
off.
not at all. Not
So
at all.
How did you start?
Okay, now you said something like ideas. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, there are no idea centers like Kellogg's abroad. They have an idea center. You write your idea. If it's credible, if feasible, they can even pay you for your idea. So you don't have to be like, I have to do this. When you have that innovation, the idea, they can pay you. They can even fund something like that. Elumelu, some people are doing and everything like that. But how many people will have access to that?
True.
How many people will pass all the right to the English as even I can be so good and everything, and the person wants to do
BOI, CBN,
yes,
you cannot serve
they
this
cannot
more than
serve.
a
They
few thousands of
can,
people at the most.
and even some people you find out
So,
that
so how did you navigate your way around
yes,
this
that's
startup capital?
So when I
thing?
saw that, you rightly said, when I saw that, I knew it wasn't going to be possible. Banks, excitement, we all ran to banks too. It wasn't.
Oh, you tried to access
Oh
that?
yes, I did, and many people will still do. When they get there, they say there's women these days. There's where you go there. Most of it at times don't work. I'm not saying it will not. It's many times.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. So reality check. Just hope that you get someone that believes in you. For me, some structures were in place. Some people believed, some people, even up till now, people are still believing in me, are still even giving support. So I'm not saying I'm there already, I have all the millions, don't give support. No, I'm saying you can still, there's still open space for more.
There's a lot to do.
Yes, there's a lot to do.
If
it's available, there's a lot to do. So for me, it wasn't, there's money there, no. I had to go step by step, the things that can be done, then you put your priority and preference list. The thing that can make a car be running, if I don't have the luxury dams and everything for it, let that still be at the back door and still say one day. I have a quote, I always say one day, that's my quote. One day can be anything, but once I say one day, I know it makes sense. It makes sense to me. I go like one day I will still get this done. Like this is one day today that this is happening, because this is part of what will make my, this is a credit to me, to whatever I'm doing, to be here with you, interview, it's a credit. So this is part of what my investment is, being on this platform today. So you are giving me a support system too, one way or the other, to
because we
propagate.
believe in you.
Yes,
We
yes.
watch what you're doing over
Yes,
time,
you
and
see, so
we believe
this
in the
is
project
this is
and the
exactly
vision.
what the answer to what you
So
just asked me.
for you, what you're
Yes.
telling entrepreneurs or people who have vision out there
Yes.
to do is don't let funding or startup capital, don't let it be an obstacle.
It will never add up if you
Define your
allow.
priorities.
Yes. See
Define
what
your
can
list
move.
and see how the car can run.
If it can run.
Even if it doesn't have a car seat.
Yeah, if
it
it's
doesn't
not
have a
luxury yet,
windscreen.
just
If it doesn't have air conditioner or even
or backrest or anything, just do the ones you can do.
or even headlamp, just let it run.
Headlamp,
first.
okay, if you're not driving at night.
At night,
okay,
yes.
yes.
Yes, what it
The
means
risk,
is that you
need
have
your
to
risk
modify
too. Yes.
exactly. You have to modify the
Honestly,
business model.
yes.
If you intend to do a 24-hour traveling on your vehicle and doesn't have headlamp, you modify. You don't wait until you have headlamp.
Yes.
Then you drive between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
God bless you.
You
Yes.
know, and
Yes.
that's metaphorically speaking should be the way you get your business off the ground.
Yes.
One day,
One day.
because I'm using your one day
Yes.
principle now.
Please.
One day will come when all of those other add-ons that will make the car excellent and perfect,
Works.
when you'll be able to add them onto it.
God bless you.
What's your final shot for would-be entrepreneurs out there who have a passion for something and would love to turn their passion into a profitable business?
Just 3 days ago, or 2, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago, someone told me exactly what you just ended up with now. Foluke, your passion, one day, just very near, just keep your passion, the perseverance, the way you are like doing and always believing in possibility. One day you will not need even a lot of people again because you'll be okay. So that okay, so I'm telling anybody now, it won't work with, yes, it won't work in tears, it won't work in murmuring, it won't work in negative condemnation. No, it's got to be a positive energy all the way.
Wow.
If you work right with people that believe in you, someone believes in, they won't kill your dream. They will encourage you. You have to encourage yourself. You have to keep going. Then you have to diversify at times. You don't believe it just in one. Yes, don't believe in just one dream and one. Like Ibuka Awishika, she started with chairs, making chairs. She sells bulletproof doors for banks, most banks. Why did you not say it's only Dangote oil? You're doing food. You know, use people like that. Yes, that there's passion, there's dream, there's diversification when the time is right, or when the time is like, I can do this. But that doesn't mean do everything but honestly, one day you will get to a very comfortable place.
Wow.
Yes.
And on that inspirational note, I would like to wrap things up on today's episode. And I want to say that the future is looking very bright now, and I have a strong conviction that it will get brighter and brighter as the day passes by, such that one day I'll be compelled to buy you a sunshade because you are in the midst of so much sunshine and brightness.
That's a good one.
Ms. Foluke Akifenwa,
Thank you so much.
CEO, founder, Mafam Creative Skills Training Academy. I want to thank you for coming on the program today to share your insights about doing business in contemporary times with us. Thank you so much for coming.
It's all my pleasure. Enjoyed myself.
Thank you.
I'm glad I made it.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. That'll be it on this episode. Thank you so very much for being there with us. Until next time, bye-bye.